Community Podcast.
All right, welcome to the community. I'm James Smith, and I'm joined here by my co-host, Madison Chandler, and we also have a special guest with us today. So we're excited to have a special guest. We have joining us Miss Whitney Perkins. She's with the Louisa County Fair, and she's going to talk to us a little bit more about this event. And as a podcast, we're excited to be able to share this because we talk about the lack of awareness of events and activities. And I think this is a big event that's coming up. And from what I'm understanding, 40 years in the making and 41 years in the making.
41.
Does that sound right?
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. So, Ms. Perkins, if you want to tell us a little bit about the event, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got involved with it, and just open the door for more information right now about the event.
Yeah, so our fair will be July 31st through August 2nd at Walton Park. Mm-hmm. We will start with the sensory hours on Thursday from 3 to 5. Then we'll open to the general public at 5 p.m. Thursday. Friday and Saturday, we will be open 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. And it's really just a gathering time for our community. We'll have lots of children's activities, lots of music, local entertainers, children's rides. Our 4-H and FFA will be showing and selling their livestock, so it should be a great time. Myself, I grew up here actually in the county, in Louisa. I grew up actually really not going to the fair until I went to high school, and our local high school operates the FFA Chuck Wagon at the county fairs. They still operate it today, and it's one of their largest fundraising activities for that chapter. And so that's how I got involved with the county fair and went off to college, actually became Miss Louisa County, at that time, Agricultural Fair, several years ago, more years than I'd like to admit. And then once I got back from college, I settled back in the community, and I really wanted to continue to give back, and so I started getting involved with planning the county fair.
Gotcha. So it's been going on for a while. So how would you say it evolved over the years?
Absolutely. So we had our very first fair in 1984. So 41 years ago. This year will be our 41st fair, and it originally started as several volunteers in our community came together. They wanted a place for the local 4-H and FFA to have a livestock auction. So that's how the fair originally started 41 years ago. And today, that's still a really integral part of what we do. It's really the reason that we come together. And we've just continued to, over the years, add on additional pieces to attract our community to come out to the event.
Gotcha.
Awesome. I had a chance to look at the schedule. I'm really excited about the schedule. I think, you mentioned that this is a 12-month process, but
Yes.
when you look at the schedule, you can tell because of all the different activities that you all have listed. If you want to talk a little bit about the schedule, just to share with our audience and why it's important that, it takes 12 months to develop a program like this, and it's just not an overnight process.
Absolutely. So we have something for everyone at the fair. There will be at least 10 to 15 food vendors. I believe I talked to Monique, who's our vending queen. She said we're expecting 75 unique vendors throughout the 3 days. We've got entertainment options. So we'll have children's rides, bounce houses, pony ride, petting zoo. We're actually going to operate 3 stages. So in addition to having our main stage opportunity, which will feature larger artists on Friday and Saturday night, we're going to operate a Heritage Hill demonstration stage and a community stage, which will feature local artists in our community throughout all 3 days. The 4-H and FFA will be showing and having their livestock auction, so they'll be showing off their animals all throughout the fair at different schedule times. I mean, there's something for everyone. The park will be jumping for 3 days. There's something pretty much on the hour, every hour. I personally am really excited. We have Pork Chop coming from America's Got Talent. And so he is a pig who offers several tricks, he and his friends. And I'm personally very excited to see what Pork Chop has to offer.
Well, now I'm excited.
See what kind of tricks, I guess, he has up his sleeve.
All right. I'm not familiar with pork chops. Can you tell me a little bit more about pork chop?
Yeah. So Pork Chop is a pig. He and his handler will be having 3 to 4 shows daily. It's him and several animal friends that he has, and they'll be doing different show times and showing off all their cool tricks that they've learned. It just sounds really
exciting.
really exciting. I don't know. I didn't think pigs could do tricks, so
Yeah.
I guess I'll be excited to see what Pork Chop can do. And
Wow,
so,
that's
and if
exciting.
that's not your speed, there'll be a motocross bike show. All different kinds of attractions. So
You said something about Heritage Hill. What is that?
yeah, this is a new area of the park that we're going to kind of launch, where we'll be having lots of antique tractors, sawmill demonstrations. So I'm really trying to partner with that kind of heritage piece of our community and bringing that to the forefront. So there'll be a stage there. We'll have the Historical Society doing some different demonstrations like spinning wool or making corn dolls. So different activities that they'll be having on that stage. Book readings will be on that stage. A lot of tractor displays. So we're trying to do that. We also have partnered with some educational partners over by our games tent. So we'll be bringing in like our soil and water conservation districts and our Department of Forestry and folks like that, just to offer some educational opportunities for folks to get engaged and see all that our community has to offer.
Right. So what I think maybe last year y'all did some sort of rebranding of this fair. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Absolutely. So you probably know us and are familiar with us as the Louisa County Agricultural Fair. That was our name for the last 40 years. Last year, we actually rebranded to be the Louisa County Fair. And a large part of that was agriculture is still a huge piece of our community. It is still an integral part of our mission. It's really important that we highlight that for our community and give the opportunity to showcase our 4-H and FFA. But we also know that not everybody knows what agriculture is.
Right.
And that can be kind of intimidating, or by having that word, it can make you feel like maybe you're not welcome or maybe there's not something there for you. But we all kind of innately know what a county fair is. We all kind of know what to expect when we go to a county fair. And so we were just trying to attract a larger part of our community and hope that they feel welcome to come. And once they get there, learn something cool about agriculture.
Yeah, gotcha. Did that happened last year?
Yes, that last year was our first year.
Do you think that resulted in a bigger turnout?
I believe so. Last year we had record-breaking attendance. We had over 5,000 individuals and partners come out to our fair, and so it's very exciting. This year we have a goal to have 8,000, so we'll see.
Gotcha.
We'll see what we do.
So what kind of food vendors? I know when people come out to the fair, they always think about food. What kind of food vendors should they expect?
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to have a fair and not think about food. That's my favorite. One of my favorite parts of the fair. So we'll of course have our FFA Chuck Wagon. That has been a long-standing partnership that our fair has had with our local FFA alumni group. So they'll be offering hot dogs and hamburgers and cheeseburgers and all that good stuff, and all of their proceeds go to benefit the local FFA chapter and support agriculture education in our community. But there'll also be folks like Country Boys Barbecue. We've got several specialty lemonade vendors, funnel cakes, fried Oreos, tacos, Cuban food. So there should be quite the variety to explore and to taste.
Awesome.
And kids' activities, I mean, I know, families want to come out and bring their kids. You did say something about kids' activities, but go into a little more detail about that. What activities will be there?
Absolutely. So there will be several small children's mechanical type rides, as well as bounce houses for the children. There'll also be pony rides, a petting zoo, several educational demonstrations and book readings. Pork Chop will have his show times. The bike show will be happening throughout at different show times, and you can look at our schedule and see all of those show times at louisacountyfair.com. Other children's activities, lots of educational partners. The games tent will have all kinds of fun Frozen t-shirt contests and a corn pit, and just everywhere you turn, there should be something to see or do.
Gotcha. Awesome.
So can you talk a little bit, I guess, the behind the scenes planning? You know, we do events, and when I see an event with a schedule like this, I know it's a lot of work. I know it takes a lot of partnerships. Can you talk a little bit about maybe your partners and just the behind the scene planning that was involved to create this event?
Absolutely. And I'll certainly use this to give a huge shout out to our board of directors. Mm-hmm. We've got 10 community volunteers who come together, completely volunteer. We don't have a single paid staff member, and they work year round to plan this fair. We break ourselves into several strategic planning committees. So we've got an entertainment committee, a sponsorship and fundraising committee, but we meet monthly as well as several committee meetings throughout. So it takes 12 months. We haven't even opened the gates for 2025, and we're already starting to talk about 2026 and what's to come for that. So it really is a huge community effort. We also really rely very heavily on our partners and sponsors with Louisa County, Louisa Farm Bureau, Louisa FFA, and 4-H. All of these partners that come to the table. But also we've got, if you look at our website, you'll see all of our local sponsors that we have. Many of them live and work right here in our community, and they help make this a reality for our community through their generous donations, which allow us to bring in a lot of these activities that you're seeing.
Yeah, why is this fair so important to the community? Like, why should people care about really this fair, and why should they come, and why should they be involved?
We hope that this is really a place for our community to come together and visit. I think that was one thing that I fell in love with about our fair was it's so community oriented, and you see people that you don't see all of the time. You know, they're your neighbors. These are the people who live next to you and your children go to school with, and maybe you go to church with, and it's important to have a time to just come together and have a place to celebrate and feel like we as a community can gather and have a good, wholesome, fun time. And so I think for a lot of our board, that's what's so important is we want to showcase what Louisa's all about. We want folks to feel proud of where they live and have an opportunity to come together and see that on display.
Yeah, we talk a lot about creating memories or making memories and creating experiences. Yes. And I think, this is a prime example of that opportunity when you have little kids come out there and maybe they haven't experienced some of the things that's out there and it's their first time. So it does make a difference, and it does have a pretty big impact on our community.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's something that our board has really kept in mind as well, is we want to make sure that our fair stays affordable for families and for our community. So our entry fee is $5, $3 for seniors 60 and over. And if you're under 6, it's free to get in. And then once you're in, most of the activities are included. There are some additional, if you would like to ride the mechanical rides or play on the bounce houses, those do require some tickets, so you will have to purchase some of those. Mm-hmm. But we've tried to really keep in mind that our goal is for families in our community to come out and have a good time and be able to make memories together, just as you said.
So you talked a little bit about the live entertainment. Tell me about the band, or I guess your headlining band.
Yeah.
I know that you wanted to step it up as an organization. Y'all work to, I guess, find a band that has a little bit larger of a reach. Tell me about the band.
Yeah, so we were very lucky to be supported by the Louisa Tourism Committee, Advisory Tourism Committee, and we received a grant through them to actually help us bring in a headliner entertainer, which is going to be Kentucky Headhunters on Saturday night. So we're actually going to have a local, Micah Fletcher. He's going to open for them, followed by a beard and mullet contest. So if you've been working on your beard or your mullet, please enter. There'll be some fun prizes. That should be a good time. And then the Kentucky Headhunters will take the stage Saturday night. And if you want to learn how to line dance before all of this kicks off, we're actually going to have some folks over on the community stage teaching folks how to line dance. So it should be a really good time. Friday night, we're going to have Lost in the Shuffle play Friday night. So those will be the folks on our main stage, and we'll have a bluegrass band actually Saturday morning on the main stage as well.
Gotcha. Well, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to be in the beard or the mullet contest this
maybe
year.
next year.
Maybe next year.
Yeah.
I'll have to start planning
Yeah.
12 months in advance
Yeah.
as well and see what happens. So.
Yeah, sounds good. We look forward to it.
Yeah, good.
This fair has been going on for quite a while now. Where do you see it going in the next 5 to 10 years?
We hope to just keep growing and engaging more of our community, more vendors, more entertainment, maybe even growing. Right now we're a 3-day fair, so I think certainly potentially in the fair, potentially in the future, depending on how we do, maybe growing the fair a couple of days. Right now we actually kick off our fair kind of the weekend before. We have a large fundraising event Saturday on the 26th, and then we actually have a horse show on the 27th, Sunday the 27th, all at Walton Park, and then we go right into Fair Week. And so for us, we're just in a growth mindset. We hope our community loves what we do, and we want to keep growing and meeting their needs and providing a fun opportunity for them.
Right.
So the events that you just mentioned, are they open to the public as well, or how does that work?
So our larger fundraising event, Dinner Under the Stars, that is a ticket-only purchase. If you'd like, you can contact a Louisa County Fair Board member. There's still a couple tickets, although not many, left for purchase. The horse show is completely open, so come on by and see some beautiful horses out showing off. And we've also got a pageant. This year, our pageant was actually held in June, but it's always prior to the fair. So if you've got a little girl who might be interested in being crowned Miss Louisa County Fair, be sure to look out for that for 2026.
So any closing comments for us?
I don't think so. I mean, thank you all for having us out, and we hope to see you all July 31st through August 2nd at Walton Park.
Awesome. Well, I'm excited. I think I've learned a lot about the Louisa County Fair. I think this is an opportunity for us to communicate with the community, get more people out there, and hopefully, I know Parks and Rec, we're doing a little sponsorship. We're working a little collaboration, I'll say, working with you all, with our camp kids being able to come out as well. So we're truly appreciative of that aspect. And we look forward to just opening them to some opportunities and things that they may not have experienced as well. So I appreciate your work and the work of the board to bring this 12-month process to fruition, and wishing you all much success this year.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
And if you like this video, be sure to share it with your friends, advocate for the Louisa County Fair, and like, subscribe, and follow.